Hi everyone, I am Raju Gurung and I am pleased to announce you all that our series of involvement in meetings and discussion with the company's business strategists, senior executives and the board of directors in formulating company's new strategic and business planning have leveraged my team to integrate the strategic risk management plans. Now, the board of directors has given a green signal to implement this renewed corporate strategic and business processes within 2 years of time. However, prior to implementation, the board of directors has given special directives to inform every individual employee of this discussion for your better understanding, feedback and implementation in coming few months. Therefore, in order to effectively disseminate this information, the board has suggested me to compile the entire report in a video format for your viewing at your own convenience. I would like to strongly recommend each one of you to watch this video until the end. This is because your 20 minutes of time is going to influence the future of this company as well as yours for many years to come. Please remember that every strategic and business planning decision comes with the risks, and it is a team effort to work as a family to combat negative risks and embrace positive ones in order to achieve company's objectives. Now, before going into the details of this report, let me ask you to do an activity. What do you understand by strategic and business planning, and why is it so important for the company to strategically manage risks? You may pause this video to think about it and come back again to continue to watch this video. Okay, how did you all go with that activity? Let me explain you briefly about the corporate strategic and business planning. Strategic and business planning is the highest level of company's activities. The board of directors, managing director or CEO, and the senior management usually performs it. The purpose of corporate strategy and business planning is to ensure that the future long-term direction of the organization is aligned to its capabilities, resources, and the environment. On the other hand, business planning is an extension of strategic planning and concerned with a more of short-term focus. However, one common element across strategic and business planning is the fact that there are risks involved in undertaking any of the activities within the plans. Therefore, considering the size of the company, it is recommended to form a risk management team with members from the board of directors, all the head of departments, and the divisional heads under the chief risk officer. Enterprise risk management framework will help to assess the risks, identify risks, analyze it, and prioritize for the course of action. Risk mitigation control will help reduce the impact of risks, planning of risks, whether to avoid or transfer and accept some risks that we could monitor for later action. This is the ERM framework for the company which I have analyzed in handling the strategic risk management of the corporation. Let me talk on benefits of enterprise risk management. It aligns risk appetite and strategy Enterprise risk management helps to align risk appetite and strategy a company is willing to accept in pursuant to its goal. It means that there is an alignment in plans for risk taking and mitigation with company's goals and objectives. Thus, ERM enables every individual to work together in achieving company's goal. It links growth, risk, and return. Enterprise risk management helps to link growth, risk, and return as a part of a value creation for the company. For instance, higher the risk, higher the return; lower the risk, lower the return. It enhances risk response decision. Enterprise risk management provides a rigor to identify and select among alternatives responses such as risk avoidance, reduction, risk sharing, and risk acceptance. It minimizes operational surprises and losses. Having ERM properly implemented in a company helps enhance company's capability to identify potential, to assess risks, and establish responses, thereby reducing the occurrence of surprises and related losses. We can then use the information from these processes to improve business decision making, support of strategic aspiration, and achieve superior risk adjustment return that will add value to the company. Limiting surprises can achieve resilience, and it is the ability of the organization to bounce back from an extreme adversity and continue to fulfill its mission. Enterprise risk management opens up discussion of risks and uncertainty, which becomes the powerful part of the business planning. It identifies and manages cross-enterprise risks and adaptability. Our risk management process is adaptable and scalable, meeting the changing needs of business environment and allows for varieties of risk mitigation. Emerging risks and feedback from risk control cycle can keep ERM fresh and ensure its effectiveness as the things change. It provides integrated responses to multiple risks. Enterprise risk management helps to provide integrated responses and solutions in managing multiple risks that a company could face. It creates transparency for the risk taking, risk mitigation, and emergency responses. Therefore, all risk taking should be within the business processes where every individual contribution is required. It seizes opportunities. Enterprise risk management helps at capital allocation. Organizations are constrained to take risks from the level of available capital. Enterprise risk management helps to assess the amount of capital needed for each risk taking. The total capital needed is allocated to each business activity to aid in decision making. Enterprise risk management helps in pricing for risk uncertainty. Before enterprise risk management, the pricing for risks were often approached differently for each line of business. With enterprise risk management, returns on capital needed for each products are calculated consistently and prepared across the lines of business, and prices are set with the same risk consideration in mind. Let me talk about other benefits of enterprise risk management. Enterprise risk management protects brand and reputation. Damage of brand and reputation can come from several sources, Enterprise risk management looks to identify and manage all of the key risks that might cause serious problems for the reputation of the company. Enterprise risk management protects shareholder value. Shareholder values are driven by the market perception. Enterprise risk management works to protect such risks and might produce losses due to change in market confidence. However, the success of enterprise risk management depends on your participation and cooperation. Let me talk about the key components of the recommended risk management framework for the company. Establish risk management team. This power company has only one risk manager under the CEO of the company. A full-fledged ERM system needs to establish in the company by creating risk management team. Risk management team should consist of a member from board of directors, CEO, all department heads and regional directors representing divisions across the country, with chief risk officer under the board of directors. Organizational culture of both upward and downward informational flow. Since the company is public utility company in providing consistent and reliable power supply to the people of Bhutan, information flow from the customer within the company, both upward and downward, amongst different departments within all silos, needs to be enhanced through management information system. This will ensure the management or the risk management team to proactively take swift action on any risk that pops up in a shortest possible time. Management of turnkey projects with external parties, manufacturers, suppliers and vendors. Major projects including critical projects that are priority of the government needs to be efficiently managed through project management system in order to avoid cumulative delays. Involvement of risk management team would help to ease out both external and internal risks that are potentially cause delays in the execution of such projects. Lesser time and manpower is involved in planning stage of turnkey projects, which has in fact delayed many projects in Bhutan. This needs to strategize through involvement of both external and internal bodies from the initial stage of project itself. Apart from above, the company has many suppliers and vendors for import of electrical items, including critical operation and maintenance SKUs, for which external manufacturers, suppliers and vendors database system is essential in computing their performances in terms of timeliness, quality, etc. This will enable management to take right time decision in the process through the business intellectual real-time reports generation from the database system. Strategic decisions on company's policies and its amendment. Strategic decisions on company's policies, the one that affects the employees and the company's overall objectives, needs serious consideration for involvement of senior executive, board of directors and risk management team, so that any ad hoc amendment by the chairperson in silo would not affect the company and its employee in achieving the corporate objectives. Customer-centric. Since the company's core objective is to be a customer-centric and facilitates customer with efficient customer services in all areas of its services, company needs to build customer relationship management system so that every customer are recorded in the database system and updated with the energy billing system on a regular basis. This needs to integrate e-payment, e-billing, smart energy meters, and of course the portable energy meter readers, which are carried by the linemen. All this has to interlink with the divisional customer database, which can further link to the head office, so that the real-time intellectual business reporting is generated at the head office to take any action at any point of time. Let me talk about the key steps in the implementation of these processes in the company. Risk planning components. There are internal and external environment. In internal, board of directors and CEO of the company will take the responsibilities of internal environment. The internal environment sets the foundation of risks, and control are viewed and addressed by the entities peoples through their integrity, ethical values, and competence. Therefore, integrated management information system will help the free flow of information both ways, so that any outcome of potential risks is well taken care in time. We will have a family-alike culture in the company through facilitation to ease the inconvenience of employees and bring all the members within the family network of the company. Objective setting. Board of directors and CEO of the company take the responsibilities of objective settings. Objective should be set before management can identify events potentially affecting their achievement. The chosen objectives must be consistent with the entity's risk appetite. Risk response components. All these components will be taken as a responsibility by the risk management team for submission to board of directors of the company. Event identification. Potential events that might have an impact on entities should be identified. Event identification includes identifying factors, internal and external, that influence how potential events may affect strategy, implementation, and achievement of objectives. Risk assessment. Identified risks are analyzed to form a basis for determining how they should be managed. Risk response. Personnel identify and evaluate possible responses to risks, including avoiding, accepting, reducing, and sharing risks. Control activities. Policies and procedures are established and executed to help ensure that the risk response management selected are effectively carried out. Risk monitoring components. Information and communication. Effective communication also should occur in a broader sense, flowing down, across, and up the entity. Personnel need to receive clear communications regarding the role and responsibility. Strong management information system can eliminate risks instantly as it occurs. Monitoring. In this way, the system can react dynamically, changing as conditions warrant. Monitoring is accomplished through ongoing management activities, separate evaluations of enterprise risk management processes, or a combination of both. In conclusion, I would like to say that this is a continuous program and subject to change in consideration to both internal and external environment. Lastly, I would like to end with from the famous quote, "Why do a car have a brake?" The answer is to allow the driver to make the car go fast. If it did not have a brake, you may cripple around 100 meters per hour. However, if you have brake, you understand the problem and can really go 100 kilometers per hour. Therefore, the whole point of enterprise risk management is not to create another layer of bureaucracy, but rather to have chief risk officer or risk management team to facilitate the conversation and discussion about the priorities of subduing big risks well in time and keep the company well in track of achieving its objectives. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for your kind attention.